today we're reacting to Shannon Sharpe's cheek clapping has gotten worse. Every time anything transpires with somebody and they get some type of allegations or anything along the lines of that, everything starts resurfacing. The clips, sometimes the clips might be somebody reaching. It might not even been done crazy. The old tweets that get dug up from 2010 and I think that's what's happening here for Shannon. I'm hearing he's losing all types of endorsements, and Brandy is like, again, if this happened, these allegations are true, you know, deserved. But if not, if Shorty is capped out, which I feel like, I ain't gonna lie, he getting hit over the head. But this is sometimes the downfall of when you be too freaked out, boy. Like, go ahead and do it, let it.
This whole Shannon Sharpe situation reminds me of a soap opera. And indeed it is. It's kind of like The Young and the Restless. Situations change day by day and you're just tuning into a new episode. And almost every day things are unraveling and unraveling and unraveling. Last week he was about to sign a $100,000 deal. And this week he got exposed by Gabriella Zuniga for all of these choking allegations. Then his ex-girlfriend Michelle basically came on Natasha K and said that Shannon Sharpe, the last time they saw each other, he forcefully did this.
See, okay, now this person gonna come out like, see, you feel me? Now again, like I said, if these are true things that happened, okay, but dang, yo, it's like the floodgates get opened up when a nigga get exposed, boy.
But rewind. But oh, the internet is great at keeping receipts.
What's this? Huh? What's this?
You see, Shannon Sharpe suffers from a new disease called SIS, self-induced stupidity. And while he has all of these problems that are going on, he has been also the #1 responsible party in all of these issues. And a lot of these things started playing out with him and Chad Ochocinco on Nightcap. Now let me talk about Nightcap. Ochocinco typically is like the co-host. He doesn't really go into much detail about his sexual excursions or what he does with women. He's smart, and it's interesting because people think that Ochocinco sometimes may be stupid, but he's very bright. He will allow Shannon Sharpe to be the dumb one, because Shannon Sharpe is the NFL Hall of Famer. Shannon Sharpe is a former Super Bowl champion winner. He's the one making all the money in social media, and Shannon Sharpe has a big ego. And this is why Shannon Sharpe allows himself to be in this situation, because he typically says things that he shouldn't say. For those of you who remember the Meg Thee Stallion thing,
the point of her being a stallion, it supersedes anything that you're saying.
I know she good.
Are you scared?
No, but hey, I understand, Ocho. My grandfather used to say, boy, they can look down longer than you can look up. They look up longer than you can look down. You know what I'm saying, Ocho? But hey,
yes, sir.
I have a stretched out like a 2:45. You know what I'm saying, Ocho? Don't play with Ocho.
Then there was a situation with the real Bree Sky. And you know what's so bad?
For what, too? Like, Shannon's definitely that friend that, I don't know if y'all have had this friend before. That friend that is comfortable saying whatever, and then I hit her like this, like, giving you every detail of the shit. You gotta tell the nigga, yo, just chill. He that friend that's comfortable being like, hey, bro, look at this girl out here. And it's him hitting the girl, showing you the phone. You like, nigga. You know, some people, I don't know if y'all have friends like that, bro. I know it sounds crazy for the people that don't. But there's niggas that will be like, man, I was hitting the hell, bro. Look how I hit this hell right here. Boom. You know what I'm saying? You like, watch out, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm straight off of that nigga. We basically watching Corn together.
About that one? Yeah, you know, it didn't even happen. Like, he was lying the whole entire time because, you know, academics confirmed that the lady doesn't even know Shannon Sharpe. He was pretending to, like, clap her cheeks, and he doesn't even know her. So Shannon Sharpe said on his own show that, you know what, I was dealing with an OnlyFans model, and he didn't know that he was dealing with an OnlyFans model. And then she showed him the paycheck that she was getting. So I guess that was cool because, you know, he wanted her to keep on doing what he was doing because that was going to end up with her bringing in more household income. Now, this is crazy because Shannon Sharpe is now showing a behavior of a 56-year-old man dealing with white or Hispanic or white appearing Hispanic OnlyFans models. And that's crazy for a guy who has went to the NFL Hall of Fame, a guy who has a $100 million deal on the line, and a guy who has a lot to live for. Once these allegations came out about Gabriella Zuniga, he was calling it a shakedown. And we could agree that it is a shakedown. And indeed it was a shakedown. But wait, check this out.
See, a lot of y'all missing the whole point with this Shannon Sharpe situation. Look, it's not really about if she's wrong, if she's trying to beat him out some money or not, if he's guilty or not. I mean, I hate to see him in this situation, but that's not the point. The point is, why did he put himself in that position?
Right.
See, we got to be smarter. See, a lot of people pointing the finger at her, saying she tricking off, she wrong, she did. Man, look, he shouldn't have never been in that situation anyway. I mean, come on, 19 years old, 56. What do you guys have in common besides sex? So, you just
nothing. Y'all ain't even grow up similarly, like with the internet, the same way. You grabbing your phone and you use your phone like this. Like, she on this hoe. You ain't even, there's nothing else to relate to one another with other than, oh, I know how to put my Johnson inside a vagina. That's it.
Continue to spend all this money tricking off with females who on Instagram or OnlyFans and put yourself in a position to be caught up like that.
Please.
There's a lot of brothers out here like that with a lot of money. I understand, you can get caught up. There's a lot of great looking females out here. But when you get older, you're supposed to mature through life lessons.
You see, shout out to that brother, because first of all, Shannon Sharpe, at this point, you kind of should have known that you were doing something really stupid to yourself, that you put yourself in.
I feel like that's even at the age of 25 and up. Like, you still getting, the line, y'all are closer in age, but 19 though, it's just, shit just be too risky. Especially if you somebody that has a lot of things to lose and you fucking around with 19, it's just too much immaturity. It's too much possibility for downfall. You know what I'm saying? They ain't experienced nothing. Real world. You know what I'm saying? When I say nothing, no real world. No, ooh, this bill late. Ooh, my card sounded funny. Ooh, price of something went up. They not feeling that like a grown adult. You ain't got that. That type of shit matters to me, man.
That precarious situation, it's not anybody else's fault. It's not the OnlyFans model's fault. It's your fault, because you're the one that had a whole lot to lose. And that's why you were trying to offer that $10 million. And I want to talk about this because a lawyer
he offered 10?
Why somebody like Shannon Sharpe would actually pay the $10 million.
First, we have to talk about what a settlement means, just because it's been so unclear, where people assume when you make a settlement offer, that means that you're automatically guilty or that you've done the underlying action.
Right.
Actually, it's a math equation, believe it or not. When you have a lawsuit that is pending, you speak to your lawyers and they talk to you about the probability. So if he's being sued for $50 million, stay with me here, Dan, and the lawyer says, Shannon, there's a 10% chance of this happening, of the victory against you, of you losing.
Yeah.
10% of 50 million is $5 million.
Uh-huh.
That means the value of the lawsuit is $5 million. But the legal fees are going to be $8 million, no matter what. If you have no liability or if you're found liable for 50 million, you're going to pay me $8 million.
Ooh.
That's a total of $13 million. That's when you go to the other side.
Yeah.
And you say, I'll give you 10. That doesn't mean I did it. Doesn't mean I didn't do it. It's called a nuisance settlement amount, and it's discovered through a simple math equation based on probability.
Damn. $10 million smash. That's a $10 million. That's $10 million vagina right there. 10 million. And you get looked at like you did it because you wanted to go and do the settlement and da da da. Because niggas that aren't aware of this right here. To smash a white woman, it costs $10 million to smash white women. Think about that for a second, y'all. It costs $10 million.
Now, the reason why he would pay that $10 million, it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, let's clear this shit up.
That he would pay, he would do so only because it may cost him more to even fight the case. So it's just worth more to basically pay the money. But again, that doesn't mean that there's any guilt going on. And I do not think that there is guilt. But the reality is he is guilty of something, being stupid. Like,
Right.
How do you get this old in the game and you're moving around like this as if you're a young guy? It doesn't make any sense. And that is something that Shannon Sharpe will not be able to defend. Sometimes, guys, we are innocent of somebody else's allegations, but we are guilty of putting ourselves in those situations. And one of the things about having the money or being a guy that has money is you gotta move differently. That's the thing. That's why whenever you see Jay-Z, you see Beyonce, you see very successful guys, they don't move around like the rest of us do because they don't want to get caught up with the rest of us problems, and so they don't. And even though Jay-Z got accused by Tony Busby, it was quickly shot down. But Shannon Sharpe won't have that luck. And that's the same thing with when you start having money. You're a guy and you're dealing with OnlyFans, and this is a habit that you're doing. Obviously, you're gonna have problems. And this isn't the first time that he's talked about adult film actresses or porn stars at 56 years old on his show. And now they can come back and use this stuff as evidence because he clearly said it. And it doesn't mean that he is being abusive, but it does state a pattern. And one last thing, food for thought. What if these other women who he's been messing with in the past decide to come out and do the same?
Start coming out. I want $10 million too. He giving out settlements. I feel like that's the one of the evils of settling, because now other people like, oh, he's settling shit. Let's all get us a little shit. I'll take $2 million. I'll take $1 million. Shit, I'll take 500,000. That being said, man, y'all let me know what y'all think, bro. Like the video, sub up, comment up, binge rest in the channel. I appreciate your girl, y'all. We gone. 80 lad on.